Rick's headed where most of our viewers already are, the basement.
You just really love our audience, don't you?
I'm throwing stones from a glass house, or the
Yeah.
basement thereof, rather.
Besides which, this place looks much more appealing than most of our audience's places.
Yeah,
I
I'd
mean,
be
it's got
thrilled to
running
have an open
water.
sore.
It's got running water. That's one up on at least one of you.
Yep, and it's infested with the same goo-filled monsters we're used to.
Why does that sound familiar?
Yes, indeed, we're finally going to learn the stakes of not defeating our final enemy here. And there they are, he's going to rule the world.
Oh no!
A world run by Satan if we fail. I assume that's there because if we let our entire family die, Rick no longer has a dog in this fight. But now he does, because Satan will rule the world if he fails.
That could be worse. He'd be trying to take it over himself.
Yep.
Yeah, half mask will travel.
I sure love spending 30 seconds killing these guys.
It's the greatest.
At least there's only one of them there.
For now.
There's a hidden power-up inside this monster's corpse.
Sneaky.
I yanked its heart out and ate it.
Doggies!
Yep. These ones are relatively weak. We're going to get to the highest tier of them later in the level.
Yeah, considering they take more damage than pretty much anything else in the game. Relative is definitely the term to use.
Yep. But they have respawns in this room. At least the highest tier doesn't respawn. There we go. Just gotta wait to get rid of those fuckers.
Yeah.
This is kind of an obnoxious room, actually, where they surround you with these raptor guys.
I was gonna say, at least these guys are relatively weak.
Yeah, but the slide attack is so obnoxious. They chose not to do it there, but...
Still rather face in than the dogs any day.
Ooh, we got a knife. That'll come in handy if we find any more dogs. Or anything else for that matter. I love the knife.
Well, sure, you can use it on dogs, but these guys are perfectly fine too.
Yeah. Heads flying everywhere. So great.
It's split in half.
It's identical to the cleaver. All of the sharp weapons are the same, and all the blunt weapons are the same. But, I mean, they're all good, so use them.
Yeah, it's more fun than just pounding them into mush.
Yep. And a lot faster. Makes a weird tink noise sometimes when it hits.
Maybe it's supposed to be hitting off bone.
Yeah, something like that. Although the sound throughout all of these emulated games has been kind of weird. I don't know if it's a glitch, maybe. There's a thing where Jen's voice got pitched up to a ridiculous degree in the second game.
How would you know that? How would you be able to tell the difference? It's ridiculously high to begin with.
Yeah, but they pitched it up worse.
Well, she's subsonic.
There's also supposed to be a cackling at the beginning of this level. It's the same as the boreworm, the giant boreworm's cackle, though. There's a teleporter door below us here, but we're going back through this one-way door, which leads back to the first room of the level. And the evil one's going to continue taunting us.
His plan to take over the world involves seizures.
Yep. Truly, he is Satan.
That or he's working for Nintendo.
Thankfully, it's only the green ones that respawn here.
Bet they don't have a unique kill animation for the knife.
Yeah, the larger enemies don't. Any enemy that drops a pickup after it dies doesn't have a unique animation.
Sad.
Yeah. Probably another area where they had to cut corners in this game. But it seems rushed.
Considering you've gone through the same... pretty much every room in this area has had one of two backgrounds. Sorry, three backgrounds.
Yep. Thrilling. Oh, this is the highest tier of other doggies. Knife makes short work of him. Gotta love that knife.
Blessed mercies and all that.
Yeah. There goes the knife.
Dick move, Phantom Limb.
Yeah, I hate those guys so much. The only enemy that doesn't kill you, and it's the worst enemy in the game.
Could have just stood there. I mean, theoretically.
In theory. And after this room, the path is going to split once again, and we'll have the option to go south, but we absolutely will not, because that's the worst room in the game. I insist on using teleporters in this particular level.
Because it's tedious enough as it is.
Yeah, it's the only way to get around that one room, and that room is so bad. Don't ever go there. And I've now had my concrete block stolen. It's too bad. I wanted to show off that Monster Rick punches it at enemies. He doesn't throw it.
Didn't you show that off in one of the earlier stages?
Maybe I did. But it was
So
a cool animation, and I wanted to see it again.
I know you've had the breeze block a few times.
Yeah. Had the option to.
Hmm.
I don't recall if I actually did.
Seizure procedure!
That's how he wins.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do when these guys are sliding. The only way to interrupt it. Yep. Spin kick.
Complete no-sell it.
Some people may have noticed that the resolution of the gameplay is different from the resolution of the cutscenes in this game. That's only true of this version, the Xbox version. The original Genesis was not like that. So the sprites are actually resized in this game from the original.
And they really did put in surprising amounts of effort.
Yeah, like in the original, Rick had like really, really long arms when he punched. It was kind of absurd.
It would probably have been worse in the PAL version because the screen resolution for PAL games, which is Europe, or at least the UK,
yeah,
and large parts of Europe, tended to get really squished in comparison to American games. It's because of different resolutions.
Yeah.
British TVs actually have better resolutions than American ones. It's all standardized these days.
Yeah.
But the problem was if games weren't properly formatted for UK TVs, the end result would be that they'd end up getting squished by about 30% vertically.
That's got to be noticeable.
It really was. It got ridiculous at times. If you look at the original SNES version of Street Fighter 2, that was really bad for it. Everyone looked like a sort of deformed midget, but when they punched, their arms were about 18 foot long. That's not even for Delsin.
They accidentally released the chibi version of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah. Like I said, it's simply because most of the time they just couldn't be bothered converting it to the proper resolution, which obviously would have added much more time and money to the project. But it really got ridiculous at times.
Yeah, it's weird that they went with the solution here in the Xbox 360 version, just putting black bars on the other sides of the screens.
Yeah. No, we usually wound up getting an unintentional letterboxing effect. Which looked amazingly terrible.
Yep. These phantoms. I've noticed that they're like burlap sacks full of bloody red meat, which is sort of like a old friend of the series, Biggie Man. I don't know if that's an intentional allusion to that, or just lazy repetition of character design.
Well, Biggie Man's not in this one, is he? Don't remember him.
He's only in the first.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe they're going with like an origin story that he used to be some gross phantom bag.
Yeah.
And then he grew a body one day.
When I grow up, I want to have chainsaws for hands. And I will punch people and I will saw them in half and it will be great. And then I will fly to the moon.
That was when he was little man.
Tiny biggie man. Echo man.
They should have made the game about that.
I would have played that.
The evil one, yeah. Or Wanpaku Graffiti should have been about that.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Been kind of like Disgaea before its time.
So I took the other teleporter that I chose not to take last time. Brought us to the spirit room, as one of the teleporters always does. That's a massive shortcut. And I've already cleared out this room once, so these are the respawns. But I've reclaimed the knife.
All this is should be.
Ah, yes. Love that knife. It's also going to make relatively easy time of these guys.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep, does a lot of damage.
When you can hit them at least.
Yeah, usually they teleport away, but I got pretty lucky. I figured out the timing in not letting them teleport away. Those guys are basically immune to weapons and spin kicks until you get really good at them.
And if you're getting really good at this game, you really have to sit back and look at your life choices to know.
Yeah, basically. Oh, those horrible screams over and over again. It's a beautiful cacophony.
It just reminds me of high school.
Here's a little bonus room where you can just get some pickups without any fear of retribution.
And extra life there?
I believe it was, yeah. There's an alternate path up there that leads to a room that has enemies from the next level appearing early. But thankfully I didn't go there, because it would have wrecked me. I need that extra health and life for the boss. And I was showing off there that anytime you jump, he goes electric, so that you can't jump attack him.
Wouldn't want to make this easy now, would we?
Basically. Which the knife kind of makes it easy. Tried to steal from the Phantom, and then I threw it away. Got stolen anyway. And it's a hideous brain bug that's attacking us.
Looks like something from a Brian Yuzna movie.
Really does. And it's super obnoxious.
Wouldn't be out of place in society when you get down to it.
Yeah, very true. That gross vagina mouth. Pretty much right up his alley. Yeah, I really don't know how to hit this guy except in Berserker mode doing the guts explosion.
Yeah.
He just blocks everything else.
I was gonna say, it's your classic beat 'em up enemy where you kind of have to keep moving up or down while punching in the hopes that you can smack him in the face.
Yep. He's just super elusive. Total dick. Yay, we saved David.
He looks happy.
Yeah. In a hideous sort of way.
Hurry, you fool.
The mask says that either way, even if we let David die. Which is intensely insensitive if we do.